It's amazing. Today, they sent out Jared Bernstein. I don't know if you know him or not, but he's one of the big BS artists, okay, in the world. Now, he is the White House economist. Now, listen to this nonsense as you watch the market go back down. Where did you go? Here we go.
Well, the president has consistently recognized what a challenge these elevated prices are to family budgets. And that's why he's doing all he can to ease inflationary.
Are you kidding me? He's doing all he can to ease inflation? No, he's not. Remember, it was Obama, Biden, 2009, who wanted to create the inflation. And today, 14, 15 years later, they still want the inflation. What did he do? What's he doing? I mean, he's doing all he can? What are you, nuts? All he can. What the hell does that mean? He's doing all he can. For heaven's sakes. That's ridiculous. He's doing what? He's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. I mean, if anything, he's causing more problems. He's causing the inflation. Just tell me what one thing that he has done. Man. And think about it. Doing all he can to fix this. Really? Well, first of all, he's doing everything to blame the oil industry, Putin, and Trump. Anyone he can find, he's blaming. That's what he's focusing on, to blame everybody instead of saying, you know what, I screwed up, Powell screwed up because he's a dope. I got to fix this. No, he's spending all his time on hugging trees with AOC, and now he's sitting there trying to find people to blame. He's sitting there destroying the fossil fuel industry. That's his priority. And what the hell did this guy just say? He's doing all he can to fix this, to help them with their pain. But wait a minute. His top priority is the environment and to destroy fossil fuels. And that's why we have, one of the reasons why we have inflation. So how can he be? Also, instead of Biden making his priority to fight inflation by investing in oil production, he's not doing that. And he's also not reversing his decision on XL Pipeline. Now, wait a minute, he's saying he's doing all he can? Then why isn't he reversing the decision on XL Pipeline? Why isn't he reversing the decision on the shutting down of drilling in Anwar? Anwar, Alaska, we have $12 billion barrels of oil sitting in the ground for reserve, and he shut it down. But Bernstein from the White House, the economist, said he's doing all he can. Does it seem like not reversing his decision on XL Pipeline, not reversing his decision on shutting down the drilling in Anwar, Alaska, which has 12 billion barrels of oil in the ground? He's not reversing his decision on shutting down drilling in all the states, and the leases, rather, in the states, Montana, North Dakota, out west, etc. Yeah, he's not reversing that. Remember, he stopped all the drilling. He stopped all the leases. What do you mean he's doing all he can? Jeez. He's not reopening a pipeline. He's not reopening Anwar. And he's not letting people drill in the western states, in the federal lands. Instead of reversing, and that's another thing. Why doesn't he reverse the lease he signed of Nord Stream pipeline to Putin? Why don't we reverse that? That would be a big help. Because guess what's happening now? Putin is getting wealthy. If he wants to keep blaming Putin, know how he keeps blaming Putin for the gas prices, Putin? Well, wait a minute. That's because you leased the Nord Stream pipeline to him. Now, he's shipping all the gas to Europe. Trump made sure his gas couldn't get to Europe. That made him poor. There would be no war with Ukraine. He couldn't fund it. That would make him poor. But this idiot turns around and signs the lease with him. And he's doing all he can. Let me see. All he can means he's not going to reverse the lease, but he's doing all he can. That's part of all he can. That's what's funding the Ukraine war. He's doing all he can. But he's not reversing his decision to shut down drilling anywhere. This guy's nuts. This guy's a liar. Oh, I get he's doing all he can. Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize. He's tapping into the strategic oil reserve. Oh, that's on me. My fault. Yeah, that's going to fix the oil crisis. That's going to fix inflation, rather. That's going to fix it. Yeah. Listen to this. 1 million barrels of oil a day for 3 days. That's what we're getting out of it. 1 million barrels of oil a day for 3 days. Now, that's being contributed toward the 15 million barrels a day produced by the oil refiners. That's like having a flea on your dog trying to. It amounts to nothing. One flea, right? It amounts to nothing. So think about that. So he thinks, oh, so I'm going to be tapping into the strategic oil. That will do it. That will do it now. Inflation's gone now. Yeah, because oil's going to come tumbling down. Tumbling down. Here's another thing. I mean, this guy should be impeached. Are you kidding me? Here's what I don't get. They impeached Trump 3 times. One time was just for a phone call. This guy is destroying us. And they won't impeach him. Remember, in the past 60 years, the Fed has only 3 times managed to slow the U.S. economy without triggering recession. Let me say that again. In the past 60 years, the Fed has only 3 times managed to come in for soft landing. Only. That's in 60 years. We're not coming in for a soft landing. Are you kidding? What are you, nuts? That's insane. No, we're not. Now, here's another problem. When people think, oh, this is over. Yeah, inflation's over now. We peaked. Everything's fine again. No, it's not going to be fine for a long time. You know what the biggest problem is and always talk about is wages. You have to beg people to come to work, right? Now think about that. So Biden's so stupid, he screwed this up too. Because of what he did, now you have to beg people, right? Remember, everybody was staying home. Nobody wanted to work because everybody was getting all this money, right, from the government. Now, that has caused a humongous problem. People, you know where the wage increases are coming from now? Earnings. How do we cover when companies have to pay wages out of earnings instead of productivity? More when I get back. Join my gang, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get my color-coded chart. And for 10 days, remember, you can come to our site and we have our portfolio of stocks. That's right. Our portfolio, 18 stocks. 18 stocks. Okay? And don't forget, too, during the day, when I spot a good stock, I will send out an alert to my gang members about a good stock. Remember, we're not one of these deals that's the hot stock, to buy, hold, sell, do I buy, hold, or sell. That's stupid. Now, you're going to learn how the market works. And I wish you would learn not just the short stocks, But when the market is in a solid downtrend and then they tell you to buy in a dip and it rallies, please don't buy on that dip. That's buying into a downtrend. It's very difficult for any rally to sustain. We call those snapbacks, and those are fine. Those last for 2 or 3 days. They're called swing trades. So when the market is in a severe downtrend, as we have been in the NASDAQ since November of 2021, and since January 2022, the banks, both the banks and the tech stocks, big tech stocks, they're done. They're over with. They're stuck in this tremendous downtrend. They can't get over it. And the lower we go, and they're doing everything they can to hold the S&P at 4,000. They're cheating, they're stealing, they're lying, they're doing anything. The plunger team comes in every day, but index futures try to push it up. Pre-market, they do the same thing, try to push it up, because they know if this makes a new low, if they take out this low, if they can't get to that 4,000 hold on the S&P, and it goes to a new low, and it breaks around 357, breaks 357, this market is just going to go straight down. They know that. Because remember, it's over. This is a different recession. The biggest problem for this recession is the fact that during the stimulus programs, all the different programs, they're sending checks. And they send people, if you got a $300 unemployment check from the state, you'd get another $300 check from the Fed. You'd get your kids, you get $300 per kid. You get $1,400 check. A forbearance, you didn't have to pay your rent, you didn't have to pay your house payment. All that money was going into their account, and they were spending and spending. Now they have no money left, no savings left, nothing. But here's the big problem. They're begging. Think how could they be this stupid? How could they all sit around, these geniuses with PhDs and master's degrees and PhDs and BBDs and CDCs, all these things, doctorates. Didn't they sit down and ever think, well, wait a minute. If we're going to close the economy down and we're going to print trillions of dollars and we'll send it to them, and this way here they'll all be at home, they won't be producing anything. Didn't they think for a moment that if everybody's home and we send them all kinds of money and we tell them to stay home and don't work, that all of a sudden they have all this money chasing too few goods, and when they sold those goods, there wouldn't be any left on the shelf because nobody was producing them. So whatever, if there was a few things left on the shelf, let's say you bought a bike for $150. Let's say there's 50 of them. Now there's only 2. Now that $150 bike is now $450. They can get it because it's in hot demand. Now, didn't they also think for one moment, the genius say, well, the biggest problem we're going to have, if we nobody's going to want to work. Nobody's going to want to work in the biggest industry we have, healthcare and restaurants. That's our whole economy. No one's going to want to work. So what's going to happen is they're going to have to beg people to come to work, and it's going to pay them more than what they're worth. And then when all this stops, how are these businesses going to pay these people? If a person was working in a kitchen, in a service, in a restaurant, and he was getting paid, let's say, $12 an hour to wash dishes or prep desserts, like I did when I was a kid, I mean, now instead of getting $12, they're getting $25. But now, guess what? When things all start settling down again, they're not going to give up their wages. So now these extra wages are not coming out of are not coming out of production or productivity, their increased productivity. They're coming out of earnings. That's the biggest problem you got in the stock market right now. That's why stocks aren't rallying. They keep failing. That's one of the problems. Especially public corporations, they get it. They know. Their earnings, they're going to have a hell of a time with their earnings because they're paying all these people. Especially if these companies own the pizza parlors and all these restaurants around the country. But my question is, didn't anybody sit at this meeting and think of that? Or didn't they care? They didn't care. Because the whole idea, inflation, is good for the banks. Inflation is good for government. That's right, they love inflation. because they have all this debt. They can pay that debt back with inflation. That's right. So they want that inflation. They want that inflation. But when this market all of a sudden it catches up and starts crashing, you got to know how to sell it short. And how many? I know you're sick of hearing me talk about it, but let me get you sick of this. This is something different. Then when the market drops, and you get these rallies, the problem is you're going in and you're buying stocks based on you're being told it's a good opportunity. Give you an idea. Take Microsoft. This is one of the stocks we shorted. Now, the recent short, we shorted around $290. And it went down to a low of around $240. That was the recent one. So that's about a 17% return we made on that stock. But now the stock is going from $240 up to $256. Now you're going to be told, and I'm sure you're buying this morning or yesterday these stocks, because you're being told, oh, this is a good price. You got to buy these stocks. This is a dip. But what you didn't realize, because you don't have the chart that I have, because this chart is patent because we designed it, it's all solid red. But guess what you can do, though? Guess what you can do to make money? Now, you don't want to buy it as an investment because it's going to come right back down. But I'm going to tell you what you can do to make a lot of money when I get back from this break. Join my gang free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Check it out.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, let's say Microsoft. How many of you have been buying Microsoft because you're being told that inflation is almost over, it's peaking, and you can buy Microsoft on these dips and make a lot of money? Well, first of all, when you come to Phil's Gang, you're going to first and foremost learn how the market works, not this hot stock. I talked with the CEO the other night, good friend of mine, good stock. No. You're going to learn, like, for example, the market has been in a downtrend since January. The banks are the leader in the market. Techs are the leader in the market. The tech stocks have been down since, on the way down, downtrend, since November 2021. The banks have been in a severe downtrend with the S&P and the Dow since January 2022. And it's a solid downtrend. So you should be shorting these stocks. Now, I know, for example, let's take for example, we shorted the spiders around 280, something like that, 285. I'm sorry, Microsoft, tech stocks. Big downtrend. And on that trade, we made about a 17% return from about 288 down to, I think it was around 244, okay? Made about 17% return. Now, on the way down, okay, I'm hearing buying a dip, right? Now, example, if you go back and take a look at one of the dips they're talking about, they're talking on Microsoft to buy on May 20th. Now, I look at my Pro 2 color-coded chart. We're the only one that has this. It's solid red. It's solid red. You don't have that on your chart because it's patent. It's my chart. Now, if you only understood that you wouldn't buy that as a investment, but they're telling you buying a dip, so you're thinking, oh, this is a good investment. I'm going to make a lot of money because it's on sale. No, it's not on sale. And the chart tells you that because it's solid red. But here's what you can do. You can make money doing a swing trade where you're in the stock for 3 or 4 or 5 days. Then you're out. And then you short again. Those are called swing trades. These are swing trades in the big downtrend. So just imagine this, from 293, 283 down to 243. That's a big downtrend. And you have on Microsoft, 2 opportunities. Not to buy in the dip, to buy the snapback. And we did. So on I think it was around $248. I think that was around, if I'm right, that was around May 23rd, and it rallied, and we got a nice. I think it was about a 10% gain, and then we were out because it can't sustain itself, because my Pro 2 chart's showing me it's all red. Then what do? Then we saw a good selling opportunity. Then we sold it short for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. 3 days. And on that trade, on the way down 3 days, I think we had a return of something like 11%. Something like 11%. So what I'm trying to explain to you, and I'm not doing a good job because you can't see this. Well, you can if you go to my site right now, you can see it. The point is, when you have a downtrend, you don't interfere with it. You go with it. Don't fight it. And there's a way to make money as the market's going down. You don't have to sit there and just keep losing money. I just explained one technique, which is called a swing trade. The other technique you hear me talk about all the time until you get sick of hearing me, shorting. So just join the gang for free for 10 days, and you'll see how easy this is. Another one, Apple. Apple's gotten crushed. Apple, it turned red on our Pro 2. We're told, it showed us all the institutions are pulling their money out. So it went from 168 down to about 130. What was that? We picked up a nice, it was 22%. I think we picked up 17% on that one. Went down 22%. But on the way down, they're telling us the same thing. Buy on the dip on Apple. And one of the dips they were talking about was on May 26th, like Microsoft. But we bought it on what they call a swing trade, and it went from a low of 137.66, okay, up to 151.80, and we were out. We got out because it was a 10% return on this little trade we had. 1, 2, 3, 4 days, 10% return, and we knew to get out, but we just didn't get out. We switched our position to now short it. Then it went down. We started to short it around 147.78, and it went down to about 131. 11%. So the whole overall trend that went down was about it was about a 20% drop, I think you said it was, right? About 22%. Inside that 22%, every candlestick stayed red. You don't have that. And when they told you to buy in a dip, you had no idea it was a bad play. Don't do it. Don't do it. My chart tells you, don't do it. But we can now switch from Pro 2 to Pro 1 and use another technique called a swing trade. Swing trade up, make 11%. Swing trade down, make 10% inside this big downtrend. It can be fun, and you don't have to get upset when you're looking at the market, going up and down, up and down. Look, we have trends. And when you have a trend in a market and it's going down, of course stocks go up and stocks go down. But you're always saying, gee, every time I get in, it goes down. Every time I get out, it goes up. Well, of course, because you don't know what you're doing. But you will with Pro 2. You know exactly. And tell me you don't after 10 days. I haven't heard anyone yet say to me, gee, Phil, you're wrong about your chart. It doesn't work. Oh, really? It works. But going back to what we were talking about, the biggest problem is this is not like a normal recession. This is going to be around a long, long time. And this market's going to go a lot lower. It's going to take time because people in their minds don't think it's going to. If they did, gold would be soaring. My mining stocks would be soaring. But soon we're going to make a fortune on mining stocks because one day it's going to click to everybody, to investors, that they're screwed. This market is not going to go back up for quite a long time. That's when gold will go through the roof. But right now, the problem is people are sitting there. Only 22% of the stocks are above what they call the moving average. So you take the S&P 500 stocks, only 22% are above support. That's horrible. That means every rally is going to fail. But you don't know that because you don't understand that. But when you come here, you're going to see that. You're going to understand it. And every time you, in a big downtrend, you're going to first look and say, what is the breadth of this stock? And you look and go, oh my God, of the 75 S&P stocks, out of 500, only 20% of them? Last week was 6% of them. We're over the 15 200-day moving average, or over what we call support. What does that mean? That means a rally can't sustain itself, so short the stock. Once you can coordinate that and understand how the market works, like you understand how your car works, you understand how how you get a new car and don't know how to put the air conditioning on, you got all these buttons, you know how to work them, right? You know how to work them. Then after you learn how to work them, well, like you got cheated, that you didn't get enough toys inside your car, right? It's the same thing with trading. Once you understand how the market works, that's the first thing. Understand how it works. And if you only understood how it worked, what a help that would be. You wouldn't keep losing money listening to these dopes. My God, for him to come out today and say this is unbelievable. For him to come out.
The president made sure that the team over there at the Fed was top shelf. And
the president made sure the team was top shelf at the Fed. Are you nuts? Say that again.
The president made sure that the team over there at the Fed was top shelf.
Top shelf. Wow.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Pick your words, say them again. Pretentious with pretension, like a substance to your...
Financial balance sheets are in uniquely strong shape for both families and for households.
Powell happens to be an incredibly thoughtful, good public servant who's doing amazingly.
The president made sure that the team over there at the Fed was top shelf, and they're doing what they need to be doing.
Unbelievable, isn't it? They'll just lie. You know, he couldn't even get it out. Listen how he's stumbling over his words because he knows he's lying.
The president made sure that the team over there at the Fed was top shelf, and they're doing what they need to be doing.
What they need to be doing. He doesn't know what they need to be doing. What he needs to be doing is stop printing money. What they need to be doing is start cutting expenses, cutting debt. My God, do something with our trade deficit. If you think inflation is transitory, and the Fed, they're saying how great Powell is, are you kidding? He lost control. He lost control of inflation. My God. Are you kidding me? Consumer prices increased 8.5% in 1 year. In 1 year. Oh, what a great guy. And you got the biggest BSer in the world, Kramer. Oh, my God. He's an amazing guy. He's an amazing guy.
Powell happens to be an incredibly thoughtful, good...
Oh, my God. Go peddle your noise somewhere else. You got to be kidding me. All right, so what do we do? Well, if you're going to make money in this market, you better realize that there's a big problem. There's a big problem. Because inflation is horrible. And we're heading for stagflation, which is even worse. But nobody wants to believe it. Know why? Because when I look at my VIX index, the VIX index is a fear index. And when in 2008 the market crashed, the fear index hit 40, and when it hits 40, the stock market just plunges. That's what happened in 2020. The pandemic hit, right? In the stock market, remember we had that 30% crash. The minute that it hit 40, panic came in, and all the big institutions, insurance companies, and banks, and the biggest banks, biggest insurance companies, the big boys stopped buying any stocks. And when that happened, fear goes through the roof. Once you hit 40, and fear takes off. That happened 2008, happened 2020. And it's not happening right now. Why? Because of this, Powell is interfering with the market, with the free market. Why do you think they're all telling you everything is great and Powell is great? Why do you think they are telling you that everything's fine? Don't worry about inflation. Everything's just fine. Because Powell, remember, he said that in June he was going to start selling off his balance sheet the $9 trillion in bonds he has. Remember, he bought from all remember, we have a corporate debt that's huge. And the only way he kept corporations that were ready to go bankrupt and banks, he go and buy their debt. And he buy their treasuries. That's why we have $9 trillion, from $450 billion to $9 trillion. You see now, you get how phony this market is? So the problem we're having right now is this inflation, okay? It's so bad, we're going to hit stagflation. Stagflation is when the economy stops growing, okay, and unemployment starts picking up. And that's what's going on right now. They won't admit it. Just check out all the banks, the biggest banks. Pick out the 5 biggest banks in the United States. They're all going to tell you their mortgage departments are cutting them by 25, 30%. They won't admit it. You won't hear that from CNBC. You won't hear that from Fox Business, but that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So the reason what they're doing is they're trying to convince us everything is fine. The economy's good. This was just a little bump, and everything's going to be fine. They want to go back to zero rates. That's why he's not selling the treasuries off his balance sheet. He wants to go back to zero rates. He's been such a failure, and he's so afraid of what's going on, he's going to turn around and, boom, drop the rates down back to zero. He doesn't care about inflation. They don't care about inflation. Do the politicians in Washington care about us, or do they care about the party? They care about their parties. Both the Democrats and Republicans are gangsters. They don't care one hoot about us. It's all for the party, all for the party. Now they're trying to enter a third party, a Marxist party, right? The left side of the Democratic Party. They don't care about us. It's the same thing with Wall Street. Powell doesn't care about us. He has a big responsibility. He's supposed to make sure this kind of stuff's not happening. But see, in the end of the day, the big boys are making money in this market. They're making money, not so much in the market other than shorting. They're making money on this inflation because their assets keep going up, okay? So I got a funny suspicion the reason why they keep telling us Powell's doing so great, now they're starting to back Powell, see? They're starting to back Powell. Now remember, they told us that everything's good, right?
You know, the U.S. economy for now is strong, and spending is strong. Consumers are in good shape.
Now, that's a bold-faced lie. How could that be? We have a record $30 trillion national debt. We have record interest we're printing, $436 billion. We have negative net worth of $20 trillion. We have, and look at this, our trade deficit is a killer, $109 billion, and we have a record quarterly account deficit. That's different than trade deficit. When you have a big trade deficit, which we have, which is horrible, our trade deficit is horrible. We have a historic trade deficit. But then you want to measure, okay, you want to measure the value, okay, of that trade deficit. In other words, the quarterly, or what they call is account deficit, the difference between the value of our exports and the value of the imports. And we're in a hole by $291 billion. You know how bad that is? You know how bad that is? Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. And then on top of that, so we have a record trade deficit of $109 billion, and now we have a record quarterly account deficit. Can you imagine? $291 billion. It means the value of our exports suck, okay? Suck. So the consequences mean when you have a current account deficit that's negative, $291 billion. What that means is we don't have any economic growth. That's why when they keep saying that we're not going into a recession, that's a bold-faced lie. We are in a recession due to that record quarterly account deficit. We do. So the thing for you to do, okay, really, join the gang free for 10 days. And during that time, Steve, every day, we have 18 stocks. That's our portfolio. And every day he tells you what to do with each one of those stocks. I mean, how can you not? I mean, nobody else does that.
All right, before we get started with our positions, I just want to remind all new gang members, just make sure that you're not doing any trading the first 2 weeks that you're with us, unless I say you can put on a scout, or if I'm in a scout.
Okay, he's giving instructions. But usually what he'll do is tell you exactly what to do with your stock. We have a portfolio of 18 stocks. That includes my Okay, my 5 stocks, plus I have my ETF that I trade all the time, which is the Spiders and the Tex XLK. And we stay in those same stocks all the time because they're the best stocks. And all we do is we sell their pattern. We wait for the pattern to show up. Now think how simple that is. You just wait for the pattern to show up. You don't need to look around and hunt for stocks. What are you going to hunt for stocks? What are you going to hunt for? Oh, I see. Enterprise value, trailing PE, forward PE, price to sales, price to book, market cap. That's called fundamentals. You're going to look for fundamentals. Nobody uses fundamentals. This market for 14 years has been so screwed. You can make more money in a screwed up market. You should be delighted the market is not honest. And then you should embrace when the market goes down. It should put a smile on your face. But most people don't have a smile on their face when the market's going down. Listen, try for 10 days. You're going to learn how to sell short, and you're going to learn how to do a simple swing trade. Instead of buying on a dip, you buy a swing trade. So simple. Your kids could do it.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.